Hey guys, I had a bit of a change around in the house. We had a bit of a tidy yesterday and moving around the living room furniture. So I thought I'd have a quick show of some of the stuff that I've got, and also I have quite a few questions. The first of all, I had a Mega Touch over where that sofa is, and it was fully working. And I've literally picked it up, put it on the floor, moved the table, and moved it over here. And now it says invalid key for version PG3002-1 version 15.10 exclamation mark. I've literally just carried it across the room. It's not even my Mega Touch, so I really need to get this working as soon as possible. I'm just holding it for someone until they can arrange collection, or if I have to deliver it down to them. Because I had to get transported halfway across the country. So that is an issue. More annoyingly, I wanted to steal it because I've been playing loads and loads of Tri-Towers, and there's loads of fun games on it, and I actually really want a Mega Touch now. So that's the first bit. The second bit, which is more favourable to me, is these bad boys now in a nice little row. I have all three cabs up and running. There's good points and bad points. One, they're all playable. Two, they all need a lot of work doing to them. So I thought I'd quickly go through them. Now, this one is my Tato trimline, which was hand built by Vertvik, Victor Marland. And it is a beautifully constructed cab. It's really, really nice. Jobs need doing. That's a D-case PC monitor, which needs to be changed straight away. I said that about a year ago when I first got the cab, but I just haven't had a chance to get a 14-inch monitor yet. It looks okay. The issue comes when you try and plug a normal PCB in it other than the 16.1, and it just doesn't like syncing. And because of the construction, all the adjustments are sort of up behind this top panel of wood, so you have to move your hand around lots of electrical components, and I've been electrocuted so many times in the last week in this hand, and I'm getting sick of it. So 14-inch monitor definitely needed. My plans for this, which I need to get done sort of in the next 6 months ideally, and a name you will be hearing a lot in regards to these is Muddy Music, because he is the man that's going to be doing a lot of this work. It needs a bezel, which he has got the files for, and then obviously it's a 16.1 at the moment, and they're fun, but no one really wants one. Not in a full lineup playing away, unless it's deactivated down to one game, and even then it's still a bit pants. So I've decided to do something nice for my wife, because she actually quite liked the 16.1 when it was in this, and she played kicks all the time. So I'm going to convert this into a Tato trimline kicks, which they did actually do. So all we need to do for this, and I say all we need to do, it's still a bit of work. We need the 14-inch monitor going in, we need the bezel, we need the overlay, which I'm really annoyed about because I actually bought that from Andy's Arcade, and after a few days he sent me a very apologetic email. So fair play to go, he was really nice about it. He just couldn't find it. I'm not sure if he'd sold it and forgot to take it off his website. But I've got all the buttons and everything. I've got some nice leaf switch buttons. It's a 4-way joystick game. 2 buttons for fast and slow draw, and a 1-player, 2-player start. So the overlay needs to get done, and the marquee needs to get done. And then I want to redo the wiring on the inside because it's a bit haphazard at the moment, and I want to get some little lights behind these because I think Victor made these, and if you can just about see them, they've got little Space Invaders on them, and they look wicked. So that's the plan for the trim line. Let's have a quick look over here. do have a bootleg Super Kicks board, so I'll probably, if I can get that working, I say I get that working, if Silver Fox can get that working, because he's found a very good repair log, I'll be putting that in there for now, but I will be keeping an eye out for, not so much an original Kicks board, because I've heard that's so hard to keep running, and I've never actually seen one for sale, so I imagine it's quite expensive. But I was thinking about trying to hunt down the anniversary edition of Kicks and Space Invaders. So I have both games, and then maybe deactivate it to just boot to Kicks, and then I've always got the option to play Space Invaders on there. But yeah, keep an eye out for that board. Next cab. It is my Bass cab, my Bass Jammer cab, which was my first one, and I love. I've rotated the monitor because I've been double checking a few PCBs, like my Pleiades, my Phoenix PCB, and Martin White, Goodler off the UK VAC forums, fixed my Konami Gyrus PCB. So I've been checking that out, making sure the high score save mod works, because I fudged that up. So that's working fine. The only reason I haven't rotated it is because I've just been playing a lot of Gyrus, because I love it. But this still needs work. This is the original control panel, Bass control panel, and Silver Fox took this away, replated the inside, put loads and loads of coats of filler and paint on, putting all these micro switch buttons. He set them up in the half moon pattern. He designed all this custom artwork, which I love. And if I can get underneath, it's a bit dark, but there's little bits of artwork under there as well. And it's got Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition in there. So in a few days, after I've got my fill of Gyrus, I will be rotating the monitor back around. The monitor's actually just in a perfectly square piece of wood, so it's actually quite easy just to flip it around. You just drop down the control panel, take out the glass, and there's two big handholds, so you can just manhandle it around. It's got the original CPS2 board in there. So once that's rotated and put back in, this cab is, it's pretty much done. The only thing we do need to do, and back to Mr. Muddy, is this bezel is the original Bass one, so it's very, very dark blue. Obviously the rest of the cab is black now. In this light, doesn't look too bad. Actually in person it is very, very blue. So Mr. Silver Fox is designing me custom artwork bezel to go around there, and then again that's going to go off to Muddy for printing. And then that cab is actually pretty much ready to go. I don't like the wood veneer. I might do something about that. I haven't decided yet. I'm not 100%. It bothers me less now they're in a row, so I'm not sure. But that's another bridge to cross when we come to it. The priority is getting this bezel sorted, because then that cab, in my opinion, is finished. That point requires the least amount of work. And then this bad boy requires the most amount of work. This is originally Quasar, and yes, it has no side art. The sides were destroyed, so they had to get sanded down and painted black. But Etienne off the Zachariah.co.uk forum has got all the vector files, and I'm not sure if he did those ones himself or it was with Spin Hacker, but we've got the full vector files for the side art, and again Mr. Muddy is reproducing those. The cab I got off Silver Fox for an absolute charm of a price, absolute hero, and he's been helping me out a lot with this. Leslie Loyal 70, or Dean of the Zachariah.co.uk forum, sorted me out this beautiful new old stock marquee, which really sets this cab off. The front is apparently colour matched purple, which it's not. It's not even close. I need to get a much darker purple for that and sand it all back down and paint it. I've got a original Zach coin door from France. Needs cleaning up. The edges were painted black, so I'm going to sand them down back to metal. There's some cracks in these, so I want to get them replaced, and they say Franks, because obviously I got it from France. So I want to change that. Is it on my desk? No, I filed it away. But I have got off Etienne. I've got reproduction. He does vinyl stickers, and he's done the Zachariah logo for that. That looks brilliant. So that needs to get done. Muddy again. Thanks, Etienne's got the overlay file. Etienne and Sarge both sorted that out, so that's going on there. I need to cut some perspex for across the top. I've got the files for sort of the bezel and the surround that goes all in there. It goes along the sides, along the bottom sides, and all the way up the back, and that's like a star field. So that needs to get sorted, and obviously the pitch needs to get sorted. This is an original Zachariah monitor. It's a Hantarix MTC90, and it's electrocuted me 3 times in the last 4 days. Normally on these things you'll find you have maybe 6-8 pots to adjust the monitor. Normally on some sort of nice little convenient remote board that you can pull out the front, and it's easy and it's great. Unfortunately, this thing, pots alone, not including like the flyback and stuff, has 24 pots to adjust the monitor, and it's one hell of an art form to get this thing settled in. I'll be giving it another go today. I have some videos to watch, I have some tutorials, so I'll be giving that a go. But that's the current state of play with these 3 bad boys. They look very nice in a little row now. I'm very happy with that. But they all need work done. The Street Fighter cab in the middle, that's going to be the easiest. That is literally turning the monitor back and getting that bezel sorted. So I'll be tying in with Mr. Silver Fox very shortly to see if he has done some proofs for me, and I'm very happy with those. I think it's just a case of us sitting down and deciding on one that looks best for the cab. So we'll get that sorted. And then I think, purely because of the time aspect, the next thing I'll order anyway is the Zachariah art, because that's going to take a while to do. And then whilst that's being done, we can dive over onto this kicks. We'll start working on the board, see what we can work out, see if we can get some files, because obviously I need the kicks marquee going down there. And I would like to try and hunt down new old stock trimline CPO, but the files are out there, so I'm more than happy to get Muddy to do that. So Muddy, if you're listening, you've got lots and lots of orders. Pay attention, you've got lots of stuff to do. But those are my cabs at current state of play, all in a nice little line. And if anyone has any advice on how I can fix this before I get killed, again, it's a Merit Mega Touch, and it was working 100%. I moved it across the room, and now it says invalid key for version PG 3002-01 version 15.10 exclamation mark. If anyone knows what that is, I'm hoping something's just jiggled off where it shouldn't have jiggled off whilst I've moved it. But I need to get that sorted because 1, I like playing it, 2, it's not mine, and 3, I want to steal it and keep it for myself. So guys, that is me done. I have lots of work to do, so I'm going to catch you guys later. Speak to you in a bit.